Hello, language explorers. It's me, Anne, from Walk a Day English, where we provide daily walk themes combined with English language learning. If you are new to WAIT, check out our welcome video to see how it all works. In this video, you'll discover how spending just 30 minutes a day walking and observing in your own space can unlock real improvement in your English. We will also be using an artist's eye to observe our spaces. Hokusai and Hiroshige were Japanese artists in the 1800s. They both created art focusing on various views of Mount Fuji. Your walk today is to find your Mount Fuji. With this walk theme, you'll learn to describe your world with richer vocabulary, adjectives, and adverbs. Join me and turn your daily walk into a creative, self-directed English lesson. Let's take a look at how Walkaday English helps you learn in 30 minutes a day. Walkaday English is designed to make English learning practical, motivating, and efficient, even if you only have half an hour each day. By combining walking, observation, journaling, and engaging content, your daily routine transforms into a powerful tool for language growth. Let's talk about that structured daily routine. So first, guided English engagement. So for 10 minutes, follow a Walkaday English YouTube video or prompt. Practice shadowing spoken English by repeating after me and then use the themed content. For example, color walks, street art walks, or a nature walk. Apply new words and phrases to describe what you observe during your walk. Step 2, active walking and observation. Again, for 10 minutes. Choose a walking route, outdoors or even in your own home. Actively notice English in your environment, such as buildings, nature, colors, or overheard conversations. Focus on specific language targets. These can be from the Wade video or one of your choosing. For example, idioms, vocabulary like homonyms, or pronunciation practice like the R sound. Step 3, reflective journaling, our last 10 minutes. Write a short entry in your English journal about your walk, what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, and what you learned. Use targeted vocabulary or idioms from the day's lesson and challenge yourself to incorporate new sounds or expressions. Set a simple goal or question to answer next time, supporting self-directed learning and reflection. Why Walkaday English helps you learn in those 30 minutes? First of all, active engagement. Physical movement boosts memory, focus, and language retention. Real world context. Using English to describe your surroundings makes new vocabulary and grammar meaningful. Self directed learning. You choose what to notice, record, and reflect on, making every walk unique to your needs and interests. Consistent practice. Bite sized daily routines prevent overwhelm while steadily developing fluency and confidence. By committing just 30 minutes each day to Walkaday English, you can gain a flexible, enjoyable, and highly effective path to English fluency. One step, one word, and one reflection at a time. Have you ever noticed how every walk is a new adventure? Today, our vocabulary lesson isn't from a textbook. It's right outside your door. What you see and experience in your own space will shape the words you use. Maybe you spot vivid flowers, rough sidewalks, or gentle breezes. Your vocabulary comes from your walk, not just from me. It doesn't have to be the same vocabulary as what I use. It's all about personal discovery. As you walk, pause and name what catches your attention. Is that a towering tree, a crumbling brick wall, or a sparkling puddle? Use your senses, sight, sound, touch, to collect new words. If you're not sure what something is called, take a photo or make a note and look it up later. Don't worry about being perfect and knowing every word right away. Every step you take and every word you notice is progress. Your walks are your classroom. You set the pace. Let's take a look at our language target for today, adjectives and adverbs. These help us to paint pictures with our words. Adjectives describe nouns, so green leaves, peaceful street, while adverbs can describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. For example, she walked quietly, or the sunset was incredibly beautiful. You can layer them too. So, for example, we can have an adverb plus an adjective. The garden looked completely wild. We could have adverb plus an adverb. I walked very quickly across the street. We could also have adverb plus adjective. The air felt really very fresh. During your walk, try to challenge yourself. Instead of the flower is pretty, say the flower is unexpectedly lovely. Or the water flows remarkably quickly today. Use your journal to record these phrases. Remember, your artist's perspective is unique. Download today's PDF guide from the link in the description. All today's vocabulary, sentence patterns, and some creative journaling questions are there to guide you on your walk and your writing. Share your own sentences using adjectives and adverbs in the comments below. I love seeing how you describe your world. So let's build your confidence in speaking with one of my favorite strategies, shadowing. Shadowing is when you listen to me and say a word or sentence, and you repeat it right after me, trying to match my pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. In each Walk-A-Day English video, I'll read my journal sentences clearly, leaving space for you to echo me. Give it a try. It's a powerful way to improve both fluency and natural expression. Let's go. I have lived in Toronto for many years. I see the CN Tower quite often. Despite this, I still find myself taking pictures of it all the time. It made me think of Hokusai and Hiroshige, two Japanese artists from the 1800s who were known for painting many very detailed views of Mount Fuji from different places. On this walk, I made the CN Tower my Mount Fuji. My first picture is from the entertainment district. Here it is standing iconically proud between two skyscrapers behind the interestingly shaped Roy Thompson Hall. The second one is from a bridge over the multiple tracks of Union Station. The CN Tower was built as a communications tower for the Canadian National Railroad. This view is from Canoe Landing Park. On a very hot summer day, this picture would be very difficult to take. Bobber Plaza by Douglas Coupland has multiple larger-than-life fishing bobbers that also doubles as a splash pad. There could have been many children playing in this park, but today was a school day, so I was gratefully lucky to take a picture of this view. I thought the CN Tower blended in extremely well. This last one has the Chinese Rail Workers Memorial in front of it. This memorial is about a tragically untold story of the 17,000 Chinese immigrant workers. They sacrificed and endured many hardships to build the Trans-Canada Railroad we enjoy today. Even though it is no longer the world's tallest freestanding tower, I love finding and photographing it in all sorts of views. Keep an eye out for sneakily hidden CN towers in future Wade Walk adventures. You're just 30 minutes away from turning any ordinary walk into a powerful English lesson. Go out in your own space, observe with an artist's curiosity, and fill your journal with vibrant language. I know you can do it. Share your discoveries and sentences, and let's keep walking and growing together. If you would like to get personalized feedback on your journal entry, become a Wade member by signing up on our website. Take a look at the next video for another great Walk-A-Day English language adventure. If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the subscribe button. Until our next walk, stay safe and go explore your space, one word at a time.